Hello everyone, good evening. My name is Albert Mwesigwa, student of Project Planning and Management. It's a diploma at Uganda Management Institute, and I'm glad to take part in this course with a module on project procurement and management, looking at the value of procurement in project triangulation. It's very important and key, and we shall first of all define what procurement is in this perspective. Why do we need really procurement in project triangulation? We may define procurement in different perspectives, but for purposes of this, we are going to define procurement as the purchase of goods and services at the best project competitive prices. And these goods will be purchased to support in the project implementation, looking at the cost, at the time, and the schedule as a means of providing the quality work. With the quality work, we will be sure that we will implement the project successfully and be able to achieve the set objectives. With that background, it is very, very important for every project to purchase goods and services. It is very important for the project to measure and see the performance of those goods against the set targets or the objectives. And when we come to the value, why do we need procurement in project triangulation? It is very key, and it supports us in different ways, like I'm going to state out below. One, first and foremost, project triangulation added with procurement supports in drawing up procurement plans to be able to support one to achieve their work while implementing any given project. And when we talk of procurement plans, we are talking about the plans that will be drawn in line with purchasing goods and services, specifying the costs that will be used, and this cost will support in the acquisition of the materials, which will support the contract one to make sense of the project. What do they need? And this will define the part of the project contracted and the actual work to be achieved in supporting project implementation. Another value that we may really need so much is it helps us draw the contract plan. For us to be able to implement any particular project, and as we add in procurement, we need to be able to draw a contract plan. With this contract plan, it helps the project manager to reach on each individual that is needed, but also be able to draw up their contract and how the terms and conditions of the contract will be done. This could be on the time, on the cost, and the schedule on how a particular activity or particular activities will be done. This supports the work on how to manage, on how much that will be spent in the successful implementation of the project, and this will help to administer and the level of supervision that one is given, but also the terms and of reference in line with the activity or the objective to be achieved. So we also see that in that perspective, it is very important for us to achieve project triangulation in terms of cost, time, schedule, and quality. We need procurement. In that perspective, procurement also supports organizations to achieve their plans successful. For example, if there is a construction of a building, one will need to procure first the materials that will be used in construction, the engineer, and the things or products that we have to use to implement the project of building. For us to have a successful construction project, we'll have to work within our means to procure different products, which supports in the implementation. This supports us in taking account of the most of the expectations and the customers, the stakeholders, the suppliers that may be involved in this. And with this, management and managing the quality of work becomes easy because there is streamlined activities that are done, but also it adds up the value of the work being done. Also, this lowers the cost and increases the adaptability of the needs of products used in project implementation. With this, procurement also supports project implementers or the organization in making the best decisions while purchasing given products or determining the quality, the cost of each product or of each purchase that is to be done. This supports the decisions that are made. It makes it easy and helps organizations and companies to reduce on the time of purchasing products manually. If one uses the procurement process that is automative, it makes it very easy, which helps in determining the cost, the time, and the resources of how much is spent, and the time that is taken to purchase a product or many resources, and this is done automatically rather than manually. This saves time because the decisions are made easily. Also, another factor or another value of procurement in project triangulation, in project management, is that it helps the organization to achieve their goals and make benefits with fewer expenses or reduces on the cost of money or resources spent in achieving a particular project. It is really interesting to know how the procurement management can support of the work to be done, but also reducing on the cost and times and resources. This makes the organization or the management team to save more resources and have more projects done in time. Procurement also supports in specialized labor, which brings up different skills on board. Different skill set of labor can be brought, and this brings in the quality, the expertise, and the training that a project needs to achieve its set goals or success. Also, the procurement in project transition supports the organization or the project to remain on focus, and this is in line with the vision and objective set that keeps on measuring on the outputs and the outcomes of the project and what has been done, what needs to be improved, and also measures the indicators on whether there has been achievement or not. This helps the organization either to refocus and get back to line to review the objectives of the work being done, but also set new strategies on how to achieve a particular objective of the work. With this, we can maybe say, for example, an automotive manufacturer would purchase, if they purchase tires from the manufacturer rather than make their own tires, it makes it easier, and also the production of vehicles easy because they're able to outsource the skill, the labor, and the quality of the products which they outsource rather than producing from within. And once they are added onto their car, it adds up the value of the vehicle, and this would make the implementation easy, but also increase on their sales of the particular product made. Also, with project procurement and in project transition, we see that it is very important as it determines the quality of work, it determines the time that will be spent on the work. Therefore, we cannot move away from procurement in any implementation of a project. And also, there cannot be success of project implementation without the procurement. Therefore, I can heavily conclude that procurement is very important for any success of the project to happen, and for the objectives of the project to take place. There has to be quality, time, schedule, and the scope. And that specifically talks about procurement. Thank you so much.